You know how much I already love this university? I mean, my God, 2 days ago, I heard Urdu. I mean, आपके यहाँ के student कितनी ज़बरदस्त उर्दू बोलते हैं. It was just amazing to hear such perfect Urdu, in the sense that आजकल तो आप कहीं भी उर्दू बोलते हुए सुने, उसमें हर दूसरे लफ्ज़ जो होता है अंग्रेज़ी का होता है. You know, so it's just so incredible to hear that this is a university that is a safe haven or a nurturing haven for our language. Not only that, you are a nurturing haven for our music. I mean, my God, the classical music that I heard with 6 of your students actually playing the sitar. I mean, it was just an incredible, I mean, आपका सुर और ताल पूरी रात मेरे दिमाग में बजता रहा, धा तेरी तेरी धूम तेरी तेरी तर. You know, it was just like, it was just amazing. And of course, to see how many female students you have. I mean, and of course, how many more you have graduating today. मैं तो कहता हूँ भाई भाई लोगों, आपका मुस्तकबिल कुछ खतरनाक लगता है. You know, it's it's really great to see that my mother, who was a mathematics professor at St. Joseph's College in the 60s, she would have been extremely proud of you, all of you. So, and you know, and of course, Karachi, the city. I mean, I grew up here. I went to college here. I have so many incredible memories and stories associated with that. But you know, and I would like to talk a lot, just the food and so many different things. But that's another story for another time. This day is about you. I mean, I graduated 55 years ago. And to this day, I remember that night when I graduated. And you will not forget this evening. I remember the achievement, the celebration, and just the relief of that day. And you will never forget that either, looking back another 50 years. But you know what? There's one thing I really don't remember. Who was my keynote speaker? I really don't remember that, you know? So I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. You know, they make me wear this thing. They say I need to look respectable. You know, I don't know why I have to look respectable. I'm here to celebrate this incredible evening with you. So you know what? I'm going to take this thing off. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about this jacket. You know, I think every keynote speaker needs to have a jacket like this. Because you know, when you come to a convocation as keynote speaker, if you have a jacket like this, you can essentially say anything you want. Because nobody's listening. They focus on the jacket. And then, of course, you get invited everywhere. I mean, I'm a structural engineer. What the heck am I doing speaking at a liberal arts college, you know? And you know what they said? Ashraf साहब हमारा ज़बरदस्त हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी बहुत ज़बरदस्त है, आप ज़रूर आएं. जैकेट जरूर लेके आना, यानी कि आप आए या ना आए, जैकेट भेज दें. And of course, you know, you never forget me. I mean, I tell you, 20 years down the lane, I'll run into you in the streets and you'll say, hey, I know you. You were at my convocation. You that guy with the jacket, you know? So it's just, you know, I just have to say, I'm so happy to be here. I mean, in 3 years, I'll be 80 years old, you know? And it's events like this that want me to never retire and to just keep involved with the vibrancy that students bring to my life. Those that know me, I travel all across the world and I deal with students. So, and one of the things that I talk about is that there's basically 3 things that we as human beings want in our life. Of course, the first thing is health. Especially when you're my age, health is most important. The second thing is, of course, happiness. And then the third thing is money, wealth. Now, when I say this to a young group of people, I say, I want to talk to you about these 3 things. They say to me, just make us rich. Don't worry about my health and happiness. You make me rich, I will take care of the rest, you know. So considering that I have a limited amount of time today, and considering the fact that I came all the way from California on a 27-hour flight, and they only give me 15 minutes to talk, there's something missing there, I will negotiate better next time. So I thought I would talk about money, because during our student years, most of us are broke, you know. So I thought that it would be interesting to see, because money is an amazing thing. Money is not a destination. Money is a resource that allows you to arrive at higher destinations. And not only for yourself, but everybody that defines your universe, you carry them with you, especially the less privileged. That's what nature expects from you. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that, you know. Now, nature has a reward system that when you do things that nature wants you to do, it rewards you with a great feeling. For instance, human beings are fundamentally created to make the life of another human being better. That's what you're created for. And that's not religion. It's not something that I've made up. It's not any voodoo. This is part of your basic human chemistry. That's why it feels good when you hug somebody, you know. I mean, for simple things like, you know, it's very important to have people like you. Because when people like you, they will do things that you want them to do for you without you asking them to do it. So, one of the things about money is that there's a research report that defines that, which basically says that only 15% of your financial success is based upon your technical knowledge or the stuff that you learn in school. The rest is based upon what they call human engineering. And what human engineering is basically your ability to deal with people. So if you learned a little bit about human engineering, you have the potential, you're going to make a reasonably good life because you have an incredible education. But if you learn something about human engineering, you could jack up your income 700%. And what human engineering amounts to is your ability to lead people, to basically define paths for people so they would be able to achieve a lot more because they interacted with you. It's your ability to inspire them so they would do much more than what you expect them to do just because they are inspired. And then, of course, your ability to have influence over them so that they will do what you want them to do because they want to do it for you. But you notice that this is all about people. Now, how do you get people to like you? I mean, have you ever thought what makes people like you? I mean, for instance, why would you like me? Because of my amazing jacket? How about my Michael Jackson hat? Or the Madonna boots? People, it's got nothing to do with that. People like you for only one reason. And that one reason is how they feel about themselves when they are in your presence. If you can make them feel like a gazillion bucks, they will come back to you again and again and again. It's called the serotonin factor. Like when I'm nice to somebody, any one of you, you feel amazing. It's about empowering you. When I see you empowered, I feel amazing. Because when I empower you, you get a serotonin rush. It's a serotonin hormone that's released in your brain that makes you glow. And when I see you glow, I glow. And if there's a third person watching that interaction, they glow. Why do you think game shows are so popular? There's the girl winning a car. And she's jumping up and down, really happy, right? And then there's the host who's happy giving her the car. But what about all these people in TV land that are getting nothing? Kappus bhi nahi mil raha hai, but they are glued to the television. They're all getting serotonin rushes. We experienced it the other day when we gave somebody an iPad. But the whole crowd was so excited and cheering because they were getting a serotonin rush just because somebody else was getting a serotonin rush. It's just your human chemistry that when you empower somebody else, you get empowered yourself. I mean, why are you here? What's this graduation ceremony about? You did your coursework, you paid your fees, right? Why don't they just send you a PDF file and say, Assalamu alaikum, good luck, we'll see you around? They don't. They want to have this big celebration, right? Because everyone here is high on serotonin. You've flown thousands of miles, driven all the day, spent all this money to be here to see how your graduate is empowered. And when she's empowered, you are empowered. You think you're high on serotonin right now. Wait till your graduate walks through here. You'd be so drunk in serotonin, you will be in tears. That's human chemistry. Because human beings are fundamentally created to make the life of another human being better, and serotonin is the reward that you get. And then, of course, there's oxytocin. That's the reward you get because nature expects you to have human relationships. That's why it feels good to hug somebody. That's why two girlfriends can hang out in their room till 1 o'clock at night, do nothing. And when they leave, they say, oh my God, I had the most amazing time ever. You did nothing. How could you have an amazing time? It's because both of them are high on oxytocin. It's the hormone that nature pumps into your system because nature expects you to have human relationships. You know, we develop computer software for earthquake engineering, right? And it turns out that wherever they speak Spanish, there's earthquakes. Or maybe it's because of the way the Spanish people are so warm, they know how to celebrate life. I mean, in many ways, वो हम लोगों की तरह हैं. Good family relationships, nice celebrations, you know, हर चीज में जनाब जबरदस्त किस्म का नाच गाना होता है उनका, you know. So maybe the earth just quivers under their feet because of that, you know, we don't know. But you know, when I go there, I don't start my seminar. I do a lot of technical seminars all across Latin America. When I go to start my seminar, I don't go stand up and start talking about all this technical stuff. This is how I started. I go, yo nunca pensé que pudiera querer con esta pasión que me quema la piel. Volar por tu cuerpo es el cielo tocar. Quiero contigo llegar una noche más. Oh! Okay, I have no idea what that means. But what does it do to the people that know Spanish? It's their language. It instantaneously connects you with them. You can do nothing wrong after that, you know. It's a human interaction. And then, of course, when you go to an incredible university like this, there are things that you learn without even knowing that you are learning them. You know, psychologists will tell you that you don't learn by being told. You learn by absorbing the environment. And one of the things that you learn is how to think logically, to evaluate things for yourself, critical thinking. And then you also learn the other thing that you learn, which are good instructors. When you have great instructors, they don't necessarily teach you. They instill in you a willingness to learn. So that you can actually step into any field. If you know how to think logically and you have a passion for learning, you can step into any field and be very, very successful. So when you leave this university, you have a degree in a certain subject. If you decide that you don't want to do that, you're capable of stepping into any other field. And in this day and age, my God, when I went to America 55 years ago, it was an amazing time. Computers had just gotten started. We had just landed on the moon, and free speech was in full force in Berkeley. And all the stuff that was happening on computers was just, I thought I was the most lucky person which I had all these opportunities. But today I look at what you have with artificial intelligence, with self-driving cars, solar power, robotics. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You can step into any field And with what they give you here, be successful. And then, if you learn how to live out of your comfort zone, you will try everything. Don't go looking for your passion because you don't know what your passion is. You try everything, and your passion will find you. And you will end up having a job so wonderful that you're willing to do it for free. And because you have such passion for it, people will just throw money at you. You know, it's so important to learn how to live out of your comfort zone. The biggest tragedy in life is not death. It's to reach the end of your life and find that you missed all of these opportunities. At that point, that thought alone will kill you. So don't let that happen to you. I just think that these are such amazing times, and just go out there and try everything. And when you start up your new company, there's a disruptive company for Tesla or Apple or your equivalent of any other software company, make sure I'm at your launch party. I will keep my jacket warm and my battery charged. Thank you.